Doo-doo-dee. It's Nandi!
Hello friends, in this video I'm going to be covering Kariyan, the Blade Champion and one of the first 3 characters available for the Adeptus Custodes. He's probably one of my favourite characters in the game for how cool he is and how fun his kit is, but let's go through things in my usual format. One thing to point out, which I hope Snowprint continue, is that you'll get the chance to play with him during the upcoming survival event due to the new, unique power-ups on offer. It gives players a chance to play and test the character before deciding if it's someone they want to invest in. Kariyan is an epic unlock through the Battle Pass. As a Blade Champion, Snowprint's art team have as usual done an incredible job with the model and animations. He has a whopping 5 traits. Martial Kata is the faction trait that causes the Custodes to take less damage from normal attacks. He has Beast Slayer, which helps him against raid bosses, alongside Parry, Resilient, and Rapid Assault. The stats on screen are at Diamond 3, and we'll take a look later on to see how that compares to other characters in the game. The character has a base movement speed of 3, increasing to 4 with Rapid Assault, and a 3-hit melee power attack. As a Custodes, Kariyan can only equip the Ceremonial Knife. His active ability is Martial Inspiration. This does eviscerating damage to the target, but gets a damage bonus based on how many turns Kariyan has attacked this battle. It also applies that damage bonus to his passive, which we'll look at shortly. The active ability can be used multiple times with a 2-turn cooldown. Kariyan's passive is Legacy of Combat. Functionally, this is an extra attack after his first attack, kind of like how Karn's passive works. If the character is adjacent to a big target, say a raid boss, then he does an extra piercing attack. If there is no big target, then Kariyan does an area of effect attack instead. The abilities are simple enough, but let's look at gameplay clips before diving into the numbers. It's hard to showcase the active and passive independently, so let's just do both in this clip. As you'll see here, after Kariyan makes an attack, he then follows up with a power attack that damages all adjacent enemies due to the fact there are no adjacent big targets. After we attack twice, you can see that when you click on his active ability, you get an indicator that tells you how much bonus damage you would benefit from this turn. Kariyan then takes the high ground, kills Onshi, and because Rayvas is an adjacent big target, he does piercing damage to her rather than an area of effect attack against all the Tau. The gameplay is fun and reminiscent of Karn, where you get to make multiple attacks in one turn. Kariyan's passive gives you some agency and flexibility in his use. There are a few things that jump out to me. The active ability has a 2-turn cooldown, so against a guild raid boss where each battle lasts 6 turns, you can use it twice. He also has the Beast Slayer trait, which further equips him to do well against raid bosses. He has the Rapid Assault trait, and therefore might become fast friends with Dante. In the gameplay clip I use later, I fight against Ghazghkull at Legendary 1, so we'll use him as a reference point. Kariyan's active at max settings does 3,290 average damage. We then add Dante's passive damage boost of another 900. Legendary 1 Ghazghkull has 176 armor, so our Damvar calculation gives us about 4,000 damage. We have 3 hits, so we take that to 12k, and then given that we have attacked for the previous 5 turns, we get a further 165% bonus damage. As you'll see in the clip, we get High Ground and Beast Slayer, so we multiply this total by 1.5 and then again by 1.2 to give us just under 60,000 damage for the first part of this active ability. Next, we add on the passive. I've gone through the math again. 5.3k, which becomes 6.3 after Dante's buff. We are then left with a Damvar total that rises to 15.2k after the bonus from Martial Inspiration. The passive adds on a further 27.5k damage after modifiers. One use of this active ability on turn 6 adds on just under 90,000 damage, which is pretty insane, and you'll see the crazy numbers shortly on replay. Speaking of raids, I think that Kariyan will help form the framework of a new multi-hit variant team. I'll call it the multi-hit Rapid Assault team in the absence of a better naming convention, and we will probably have to start subdividing these different multi-hit teams by name, including the multi-hit Orcs and the multi-hit Dark Angels. I like the idea of using him with Trajan, Dante, Ragnar, and Karn, where Dante provides a damage bonus to your 3 Rapid Assault characters, all of whom it is quite easy to sequence active abilities to take advantage of Trajan's 1.1k passive damage buff. Let's look at him against the legendary 1 Ghazghkull as described. On the right, I'll have the abilities that I used each turn in order to achieve Trajan's legendary commander passive. I'll try not to talk over this next section and just let you enjoy the carnage. There you go, almost 1.1 million against Ghazghkull, and I'm sure there is work to do in terms of optimization. I know that a lot of people won't have all of these characters built up, but I'm just showing this to you to give you an idea of Kariyan's potential at max settings. Kariyan is reasonable on defense when the AI is controlling him. He manages to use his active ability fairly liberally. We've covered the kit and gameplay, so here's a summary slide showing his stats and abilities at various breakpoints. Pause or screenshot if you need. Here is my usual infographic style summary. Stats on the right are at Diamond 3. Thanks once more to Tawin for comparing Kariyan to other characters. His health and armor stats are already pretty good and made even better by the fact that his martial kata gives him inbuilt damage resistance. Kariyan's damage is a little bit less impressive, but this base stat doesn't account for all of the bonuses through his traits and abilities. So that leaves us to analyse where the character might shine. I think he could be reasonable in Horde mode with a passive that does an area of effect attack every turn on top of his normal attack. He has good defensive stats, and martial kata will further improve survivability. I'm giving him a 4 here. Kariyan strikes me as a reasonable melee character for war. I don't think his kit is perfect, but I don't think he'll do too badly either. I'm giving him a 3 here. Guild raids are probably where I'm most excited to see him in action. He has the potential for greatness as you've already seen through my replay, and I'm giving him a cautious 4. Overall, his kit is fun, flexible, and strong in raids. I think he's a solid pickup if you're running Custodes or looking to push multi-hit teams. I'll wrap up the video with a quick slide on potential friends and allies for Kariyan. We already know that the Custodes will work well with each other, with kits that incentivize the use of multiple active abilities. For Kariyan, I could also see him in a team with Thoriad or Vitruvius. The extra hits they offer both apply to his active and passive abilities, so you get a lot of bang for your buck. Kariyan literally gets stronger and deals more damage as turns elapse, and I could also therefore see him doing well alongside a healer of some description. That's it, another character showcase wrapped up. A huge thanks to my Patreons for their support, and bye for now.